Hey guys, I guess it's been almost, I think March will be 2 years that I made my last video. The last time I made a video, coronavirus or COVID was just starting to become an issue. They wanted to do the lockdowns and all that stuff. And then in November of 2020, I had a stroke. My carotid artery dissected and caused a piece of it to go to my brain, and that's what caused a stroke. I did have COVID. I was tested positive November 9th, I think it was, and November 16th, I had the stroke. I know in my video I wasn't gonna get the vaccine. I still feel the same way. I don't like the vaccines, and now 2 years later, we can tell that there's enough evidence of risk. So, yes, COVID had its own risks. They never said it was from COVID. I had years of uncontrolled high blood pressure, and took Advil because I had a headache in the middle of the night, and then took a hot shower to try to feel better. And then I was coughing a lot from COVID. That was my main symptom. I did lose my taste and smell, but my main symptom was coughing like crazy. And so they don't really know. They just know that my internal carotid artery, my right one, broke off, dissected. It's kind of like when you take a straw and you know how you do the rolling with the straw and you flick it to make it pop. That's kind of what my artery did. And so obviously that was a big deal. Didn't believe I was having a stroke. It was hard to imagine I was having a stroke. I am very slow to blame COVID because they've never said it was COVID, but it's very ironic. When I was in the ICU for a week, my husband wasn't allowed to be in there with me. But he had COVID. But he couldn't be with me. I had to be all by myself. And they told me that, because he had COVID and I had COVID, he'd still have to tromp in around and throughout the halls. So whatever, blah, blah, blah. But they let my best friend who didn't have COVID come in and see me. So, the logic, the COVID logic, as we all know. But anyway, all my paperwork, the first thing they would say was COVID and then stroke. It wasn't a minor stroke. It wasn't a TIA. It was an actual stroke. A lot of people who know me can kind of tell my speech, and you probably will too just by watching my other videos. And I just watched them today. Haven't watched them in 2 years. My left side was affected. There's certain words I can't say very well. The only physical problem I had from residual was these two fingers are numb. I still can't really grip with this hand. I can't really lift weights. This artery is still closed. It's too dangerous to go back in there and try to open it. So it's still closed. And so I have one artery that's supplying blood flow to my brain. So I don't always feel like I have enough blood flow to my brain. So then I get lightheaded and overly stimulated. Noises and stuff affect me differently. I'm not a realtor anymore. I can't multitask. I can't do all that anymore. But the one thing I can do is still be passionate about politics, and man, has a lot happened since my last video. I knew that they were going to use COVID to do the mass mail-in ballots and get Trump out of office. Did I know that they were January 6th was going to happen? They were trying to use that against him and then impeach him. And now today, what is this, January 17th? 16th, 17th. Biden is our president, and he's got all these declassified documents all over the place, but Mar-a-Lago was a huge deal. So you all know what's already happening. I don't even need to go to it, but I just thought I would try to start my videos again. I'm feeling like I want to be productive again. I'm still very much involved in politics and worked on DeSantis's campaign here in Florida and Marco Rubio. I'm very involved, and Gaetz. I'm even more so conservative, MAGA conservative, so whatever. But had the one thing I'm upset about, and I never have allowed COVID to be the reasoning, but how many people have died who had COVID, who died with COVID and had other ailments like me. I mean, I could have died. They said I should have died. I'm a believer in Jesus, so I believe that he saved me, and I should not have died or lived, and I should not be this well, according to all my doctors. So I praise him for that. And but the fact that because it was Trump and president, and how they fought him every step of the way, that all the early treatment that they had, now that they have, it's fine now. We can give it now because it's fine. It's Biden's president and everything is fine. Pfizer made basically their own hydroxychloroquine and whatever, and then renamed it or whatever, and now it's okay. It's okay to do now. But had they done that for me, instead of my doctor's hands being tied and not able to give me anything, I had a stroke. I think that was that contributed to my stroke. Will we ever really know? We don't know. They don't know what caused my dissection, and they don't know they know what caused the stroke, but they don't know what caused the dissection. And it's just my high blood pressure that wasn't controlled, even though I was taking medication for it. Having COVID thickens your blood. That doesn't help when you have blood flow issues. So it makes me mad that I'm okay. I'm still here. My family didn't have to go through losing me, but so many people died alone. So many people couldn't go to funerals and have funerals because of COVID. And now we know that it could have been, I don't know what else to say except for that. It's interesting looking back at my videos on what was going on and actually kind of seeing it happening. And now 2 years later, in March, I think it was, watching it happen, and where we are right now, and where we are as a country right now, and how we know the media, it's so obvious. I don't even know what to even talk about anymore. I feel like everybody knows the truth, and if you know it and you're still oh yeah, Trump is bad, and the vax is good, and COVID, whatever, then you seriously, there's no hope for you anymore. There's no hope. If you can honestly look at what's happening, and the bias in the media, and watching it, how they've destroyed Trump and destroyed our country with their lies, and now how they're handling Biden and his documents he shouldn't even have had because he is VP, it's crazy to me. But I don't know what's happening with my voice right now. That's not because of the stroke. I don't know. I think I have allergies, but I don't know. I don't have an editing software to make this nice and pretty, this video. But anyway, I just wanted to get back out there. I do have a channel. It's very small. I made all those videos and then kind of disappeared. And, there's so many people I look up to on YouTube, where I get most my information from. We have the Daily Wire now, like, just like so many people. Dave Rubin, who used to be a liberal, who's so awesome. Dan Bongino, so many people I listen to that are just so much better at this than I am. But my friends and family think it's good to be just my authentic self. People might enjoy hearing from somebody who's just normal. I am a Cowboys fan, so if you hate them, I'm sorry. We did win bigly last night, and so I'm very proud because we played really bad against the Giants 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, and so I'm very proud. Hopefully we can beat the 49ers. But anyway, I just wanted to make another video to see how I sound with, just me being raw, no makeup. I'm wearing my hat because I love the Cowboys, but I haven't done my hair today, so that's part of it. So if you watch this and you like it, I appreciate it, and I'm gonna try to come up with more content and be better, and maybe it's gonna be more so my recovery through the stroke. It's been interesting. It's more mental inside my brain. Obviously, I have a pretty significant white spot on my brain from where my brain died. But I walked out of ICU 5 days later when they said that I was gonna leave there and go into like a home, outpatient home, not come right home, or not outpatient home, like a rehab, whatever. And then I just walked out of there. I couldn't move my left side. I couldn't talk. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do any of that. And then, I mean, all I can say is God is good, and I'm here because He still wants me here. And I should not be this good. Although in my mind and my life, it's not that great. My brain doesn't move as fast as it used to. I don't lift weights like I used to. I'm not a fitness competitor anymore like I used to be. I'm not a realtor. So this part of my life, I just celebrated in November 2 years post-stroke. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing. Besides just, people are inspired by me just when they meet me, but it's not like it's, and that's great, but I need to feel like I have a purpose. And I feel like I need to be able to tell people about my story, my life, and then the stroke, and who knows, maybe this won't even be political anymore, because I don't know, just depends. 2024 is not that far away, so maybe it will be, but I don't know, maybe I'll make videos about my childhood, which people find fascinating. I was born and raised with the Hells Angels with my mother, single mom, who was a partier, who struggled. We lived in a car growing up from time to time. We didn't have electricity. She was a hippie. She would be a liberal. I don't know, she'd be left today. But I'm definitely, I'm different than her, but I'm the same spirit, I still stand strongly for my beliefs just like she did, just different routes. So I don't know, maybe that's what it is. People think I need to write a book about my fascinating life. To me, it's just my life, and sounds pretty normal until I talk about it. And then it does sound a little crazy. So maybe I'll do that someday. But anyway, I just wanted to get back on here and post one and see how it goes. But I'm still Trump supporter. I love DeSantis. I love that he's my governor. But I want to see Trump win. I want to see him win. So we'll see. Sorry, my dogs are barking. Somebody's at my door. So perfect time.